Mike.
Hey, what's up, Sean?
Happy Sunday.
For you.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, sure. Okay. Hey, Kyle.
How's it going,
Are you
man?
having a happy Sunday?
I'm having a very happy Sunday. Yes.
Yes. Awesome.
Because I'm hanging out with you guys.
Ah. I love Mike. So, like, we were joking around before we hit record, but I didn't notice the Mortal Kombat thing in the background shuffling through. Like, that looks really cool.
Dope.
Like,
I like that your wife has all the top scores. That's rad, dude.
Today, we have a beer that's not Mortal Kombat related, which would be really cool if we did, though. Huppatcher makes a Mortal Kombat beer. This beer comes courtesy of Huppatcher for the World. This is their double cherry Circumpolar Cyclone, which is a Citra, Simcoe, Milkshake double IPA brewed with cherry and vanilla. Now, we did the single version of this 2-ish years ago over on Kyle's channel. And we were kind of, I guess, meh a little bit on it. All three of us were pretty much in agreement. It's an interesting sounding beer, like cherry in a IPA.
Yeah.
You guys want to open it?
Yes.
And it is 8. Oh, jeez, it's not 8%.
9.5.
Holy moly! Good thing Carrie said she wants some of this afterwards.
Yeah, it's Citra, Simcoe, Milkshake double IPA brewed with cherry and vanilla. And it's
Looks really cool, though.
just over a month old at time of review.
The can exploded when I opened it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just a little too overfull.
What does the bottom say? Cherry Bomb, Tyler?
It's I don't know the guy. Like I know he exists. It's Tyler the Creator.
Oh, that's a rapper. I know who he is.
But I don't know. Like maybe he has a song. Like because I think the Cherry Bomb song from Guardians of the Galaxy, not Tyler the Creator. But I don't know his music. Yeah.
Cherry Bomb. That's the Runaways or Joan Jett, one or the other.
Runaways, in which she was in, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But she did perform it in her as a solo act as well. But Tyler the Creator, yeah, he's a horror kind of rapper dude.
Okay.
His song I do like talks about kind of violent, like scary things.
Okay.
But I knew him from a song called Yonkers that I liked a lot. It was pretty good.
Well, there we go.
There we go. So
speaking of horror, it looks like blood.
Maybe that's part of it. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, it's very thick red. Like it's a thick beer. It's thick.
Yeah.
Like,
it's got like a red mahogany vibe. Mike's looks very interesting because Mike's looks it looks way different than what I'm looking at on mine and even Kyle's.
Yeah, like there's some purple mixed in with the red, I think, in real life. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Mine looks like that, I feel. Maybe this is my lighting in here. Just looking
I think it's the lighting. But yeah, it's an interesting looking beer. If I was to pour this out blind, I would be like, oh, this is a fruited sour.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes.
And it's got a nice like light pink hue. Yes, definitely.
Sorry, I didn't mean to rush.
No, you're good. No, you're good. You just wanted to get to the vanilla.
Yeah, and it's there.
It's like a chalky vanilla vibes.
Yeah, that's a good the chalky because it's so interesting. It's so straight vanilla, but there is this like, it invokes a thought of like it's not powdered sugar, but like something, and like chalky really makes sense, which is that's a good one.
I do get that sort of powdered sugar deal.
Yeah.
To me, this tastes this smells almost like it's going to be sort of like a donut pastry type thing because it smells like kind of artificial fruit, no offense, and in vanilla and in sugar. It's almost like something you get at Dunkin' Donuts.
Like blended up like a cherry little donut, powdered sugar on the outside. Yeah, okay. That's on point.
That's actually a very good pull, yeah. It smells delicious. Like the more I smell it, the more I get like a little bit of that cherry that kind of goes along with the donut thing Mike said. It smells the part for sure. You want to try it?
Give it a taste.
Let's try
Let's
it.
do it. Cheers,
Cheers,
boys.
guys.
Thanks, Hot Butcher.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
I will say I'm glad it has some bitterness, there to cut through all that sweetness and that vanilla and stuff, and a little citrus too tied to it.
It's kind of medicinal.
Well, between the cherry and the ABV, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. I wasn't thinking that ahead of time, but I'm not surprised tasting it, given what it is. Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I took a sip out of the can because I wanted to make sure there wasn't something wrong with my glass. It's actually, Kyle, go ahead, you're the guest. Start off.
No, I did a little bit. All right. I get a little bit of citrus, which makes sense. Like the hops are expressing themselves, as much as they can, given what this beer is. I agree 100% with the medicinal cherry, like a cherry liqueur. Not that it's over, like you don't get a ton of alcohol, don't get me wrong, but like it does have that kind of intensity. But yeah, like a cherry liqueur.
Like cherry cordial kind of a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that kind of taste.
How about no, Mike? Okay, what are you getting? Because I do have another thought, but I don't want to monopolize. So what are you thinking, Mike?
I'm getting sort of exactly what you guys are describing. I'm getting like I'm getting some sort of like citrus zest, maybe some lime and some orange
zest.
Yep, I'm getting a nice hint of vanilla. It's quite there. I'm getting that sort of medicinal kind of a cherry thing, very saccharine kind of a note, but at the same time, it does bitter off to kind of calm down those sweetness, that sweet type of note there. It smells like it's going to be sweeter than it is.
Yes.
Yeah, I think for me, when it first hits the palate, it's kind of washes over in this like, I don't want to, I'll say it, like a mess of like citrus fruits, like not in like a good way, in like an overly bitter way. And then then you get a little bit of the sweetness from like the cherry, and it gives off a little bit of liquor there. And then as it bitters off, that's kind of where it gets a little bit more pleasant for me. Not because it's ending, but then as I sit there after I take a sip of it, then I get more cherry cordial vibes, like if I had like a Di Serono, like if I just took a sip of Di Serono. But for me personally, like I don't think this works for me very much.
I think I'll let Kyle get into this. I think that it to me it all the things actually work together. I just don't like cherry, so it's not really that. In that case, I'm not really enjoying it.
That could be it too. Like for me with cherry and beers, yeah.
I do think it actually sort of works in such that it does express all the things I believe it's trying to express, and I don't feel like anything's interfering with each other. It sort of just moves across my palate in such a way that's semi-logical. It just finishes in a way that I'm not that fond of because cherry just doesn't do it for me. Not always. Like I like cherry in like a stout where you get like chocolate and stuff like that. I like that, but in the IPA, it's just for me, it's just not my jam. No pun intended.
I mean, it has this like crazy long finish. Like I don't remember how long ago it's been since I took a last sip, but like I still taste on my palate. But it is very citrus zest pith. Like I get a little bit of cherry still, but like it's and like if this was a cocktail that someone made, I think like you would garnish it with an orange slice because like that's for a cherry vanilla beer. I'm getting a lot of, like Sean was saying up front, I get that bitterness and like rindy zestiness, and then the cherry vanilla sweetness, blah 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 comes through, and then interestingly for me, the finish goes back to the initial flavors I got.
I think this could be because Mike, you mentioned orange zest in the beginning, and then Kyle mentioned it. Like I think this maybe had a little bit more orange zest, or if this was more cocktail inspired, if they really took this like to a like if they made this sort of like a cherry old fashioned type style beer, with a little bit more like bitters, more orange zest. Maybe that would make it pop a little bit more for me. But yeah, I could definitely see why somebody who likes cherry would like this.
Yeah.
Do you remember the beer, Allagash World on a String?
Yes.
Yeah. Imagine that with a little bit of cherry in that.
100%. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why. My last tip here kind of worked for me. Kind of liking it all of a sudden. I think as it's warming, it's actually starting to become a little bit more palatable for me.
Oh, maybe. Yeah,
maybe you're right. I'm acclimating to it.
That could be it too, because like it's less offensive than.
I feel like
oh, we lose Mike.
Because we could still hear him for a little bit when the screen froze. So I was hopeful we could still.
Yeah, at first I thought I was talking over him, and then I don't think he realized I was talking, and then it looks like it froze.
I'll read the tasting notes on the back and maybe kill some.
Yeah, let's do it.
So luscious cherry, which I mean, I don't know how you drink this beer and don't have cherry at some point, you know. Creamy vanilla. I mean, definitely, you know, we talked about the vanilla, and then sweet citrus. That's interesting. They seem to be putting those qualifiers in front a lot. I don't think any of us harped on the sweetness of the citrus.
Yeah, I would think the vanilla lactose is kind of giving the sweetness in general. I wouldn't say it's necessarily sweet citrus. I would say it's sweet then citrus.
There's a sweetness in the beer, but to me, it's not pulling the citrus up to a sweet level.
Yeah. And Mike's back. Perfect.
Yay.
Would you agree with the tasting notes? Oh, I guess you didn't.
Sorry, I was away.
No, it's all good.
Yes.
The whole time we did that when you were away.
Yeah. Now, Kyle, from the Vanilla Police, would you say this is a good amount of vanilla on the palate, on the nose?
Well, and that's what I was going to say earlier, where I was like, well, I have a thought, but I want Mike to chime in first. And this happens, you know, in their beers that have vanilla in them, like the vanilla aroma, it's never that much vanilla in the taste. And if it was that, I mean, because for me, I don't know, 85% of the aroma was vanilla. You know, so like if this beer was 85, if this beer tasted 85% vanilla, what the heck, you know, like that's not the beer. This isn't the beer they're going for. So like, yeah, it's way less than the aroma, but it's a good amount. Like I'm happy with it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Because like, and also like, like the cherry, there was more vanilla. Cherry really wasn't too much there on the nose. It was, but it was kind of, but then it kind of flipped the script. Yeah. Once it hit the palate. Yeah. Cool. But yeah, I'm really curious to see what other folks think of this compared to, well, not compared to, but I guess compared to the single version of this. But just who likes cherries that likes this beer? Anyone that doesn't like cherries that also likes this beer? Like, or is this just maybe this is something that you just have to have an acquired taste of liking cherries? Because I know I sent Jeremiah some cherry daily serving, which is Trillium's like fruited Berliner series, and he really liked it, or so he said. But for me, it wasn't my jam. So I think I think cherry is definitely it's definitely an acquired taste. And I like Marciano cherries. I like eating regular cherries. I actually like cherry pie, but I think cherry in beverage form for me, I think it's just too much.
No, I think that's fair, man.
But yeah, cool. And you guys have final thoughts? Are we good?
I'm good. Mike, don't say anything if you're good.
And with that, go ahead and check out Kyle over at No Hype Beer Reviews. We will link to him probably right where I'm pointing, actually, because it'll be perfect. Right here. Oh, there goes Mike. We'll put him here. And
good, Mike.
Also, down in the comments, what do you think of this beer? What do you think of Hop Butcher in general? What do you think of this compared to the original? Nerdsense.net, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, if those are your things. Like, comment, subscribe, those notification bells, confirm post new videos. And I'm Sean. That's Mike.
That's Mike. And I'm Kyle.
This is Nerdsense.
Love it.